now we go on with our motif. This is also very helpful. That is a glossy paper or transparent paper that lies between the single sheets of the pastel mat, and that separates the pastel mat sheets. That's you can put it under your hand, so nothing can smear. So now we make a little bit more color in the fur. I use an orange tone, 215 from the Caputello. Blend a little bit with your fingers. Hold your pencil very loosely. Now we need a sienna tone. And blend a little bit. So the layers remain very thin and you are able to draw many details. That's very important. And less pressure. Now we need a darker tone. Only some few hairs with less pressure. Here we need more color. Then we can blend a little bit with some bristle brush. Blend in the fur direction. mix with a little bit of warm gray. I show you these separately. When you use this sienna tone 180 and 87 look, and you want to have this color tone muted or not so vibrant, then you go over it with some light gray 270, and you can make a little bit more again from the sienna tone. That is the full color tone, you see, and that is very helpful to use light gray to mute it some colors. So you must not look after this color tone for this area. You can mix it with a light gray. You see, I draw the hairs in the fur direction. That makes a little curve. You can draw or push the hairs in from this side or make this one. What is easier for you? Now we blend. And we have a great underlayer to work the details on it. And now I use a little bit more pressure, of course. I want to have stronger lines that are more visible. Now I can use the same pencil. That is the ivory. It's the same as the from Capotello. You see, that's nearly the same color tone. And then I use more pressure. So I have two color shades with one pencil. It's a weak underlayer that I've blended, and now I draw the hairs over it. Draw the hairs between the spaces. think here we need more yellow. Can go over it with some sienna tone. And when you see that the layer is too thin, because the pastel matte shines through the painting, you must cover it a little bit more. Very loosely. I think we can use here a little bit from the light gray. We need this reddish brown, 283. This color tone I use very, very often. It's one of my basics pencils. Must be a little bit darker. Some stronger little hairs. You see this one? Use much pressure and make this one. Push them on the paper. or in the direction you want. Here we have a mix from lighter hairs and sienna hairs, so we mix it. And a little bit of the gold ochre. You see, very loosely, roughly. You must not pay attention so much on the details. That is our first layer. I go over it with black. So you see, this is the roughly layer for this part. And now I take my bristle brush and I'm blending all parts. And it looks much smoother than before I blend. Okay, the colors are now weak, but we work again. And now I look after the details. Here you see, here are some color spots with sienna. And you can blend also a little bit with your fingers. Now we must use a little bit more from the ivory. So this one is sharpened. Blend again. And now I have nearly the perfect underlayer for my last details or my single hairs I have to draw over it. This is a reddish tone, 188 from Pitt. This part is blurred, so I can rub with my fingers over it. So now I must draw these hairs you see. I use much pressure, of course, that they are visible. You can push them also. Against the fur direction. Make this one or make this one. So they will be very strong and visible. Now some lighter hairs between. You need a very sharpened pastel pencils, of course. Okay. I think the yellow one would be better. Now the ivory. Some dark brown or reddish brown lines. Some lines with gold ochre. You see, I make not only on the same place, I change the places. And now with ivory. Here we need some hairs more. A little bit from over the eye. Yeah, it must be a little bit darker. So, and now we make the shadows before we forget it. I take black and blend a little bit. At the edge of the shadow, go over with a little bit brown tone, a reddish brown or a dark brown, so that it's not on hard edge. that looks much softer, and draw some hairs in the lighter edge. And draw some brown lines also in this area, or in this shadow. Then blend all part. Some hairs again. So now we have the shadow. Here we need some vibrant colors, like the 187, and some yellow. I use the 184 from Pit, and then you blend a little bit with your fingers. Here a little bit from the reddish brown, or you can also use some dark brown. Here is a part that is not so sharpened. That's more blurred, and we make only roughly. Some blend all parts. Here's a brown edge. Then we use some black for darken up. Here I use some dark brown tone. A little bit black here. Here's a little bit darker. And here we make some blue spots. And lighten up a little bit here. Can we do with this light gray? And then we make some spots with white. Here a little bit of this ivory tone. No, that's the gold ochre. And I blend a little bit. Stronger reddish tone. details. Here a little bit from this look what this is. There stand no name, only the number 089 from Karandash. And these I mix with blue tone. It's nearly, not. This is a little bit darker from Capotello 640. This is more reddish and this is more darker. Maybe you have this one. Some few hairs in sienna. Here some few hairs in gold ochre. And then we use the sienna tone. $187. And we make the same as on the complete fur around the eye. First roughly only the big part. You will see that it's very easy to get this result. Here we take a light gray a little bit. I draw it in the spaces. You see, I build up on this fur pattern, but first roughly. don't make this one or this one. You see, I draw these hairs roughly like the hairs on the reference photo. So when you blend, you get at the end these fur. At the end I take the ivory and blend this fur first time. You see the hairs connect together. And build up a great fur pattern. That looks very realistic. So now we must draw some lighter hairs again. And if you want to have some lighter lines, use more pressure, of course, or make some bundle of hairs that you draw several times on the same place. And a little bit of the sienna again. So here's a darker point or spot. First I draw with a reddish brown, that's 283, and then I go it with black. So I have a very deep brown that is more in the warm color tones and fits to the rest. use a little bit more pressure. I want to have some stronger lines. Here we need some small hairs. Hold your pencil very loosely. Draw some hairs here. You see, very loosely, and make fast lines. Now I use a little bit more pressure, so I get more lighter hairs. Here we have some black hairs. This is more sharpen. Here a little bit of the light gray. just look if you have forgotten some hairs. I think that looks very realistic, and I'm sure you will be able to draw the same. Here we can use a little bit more from these reddish tone, that is 188. Now we are finished. I've removed the tape and that is the result, you see. This is your free beginner tutorial Dog Eye with Fur. I hope you like it and have fun with tracing the motif. And maybe I can welcome you as my new patron soon. Take care and see you soon. Bye bye.